Good evening, everyone. Today we have a new topic to discuss, that is intonation in English. In the previous class, we have discussed the prosodic features like stress, accent, rhythm, etc. So today we are going to deal with another topic, that is intonation in English. Okay, so what is intonation? Intonation is the pattern of pitch changes in a sentence. We know that when we are speaking a certain sentence or a paragraph, we are not give the same accent to every single word. We will change or we will vary our pitch. And the pitch change or the variation of pitch is known as intonation. And all language use intonation to convey meaning. And why we are using intonation? To convey the correct and the proper meaning. Okay. A single sentence can be pronounced or can be spelled in different way according to the meaning which you want to convey. Okay, and it involves variation of pitch related to phrase or sentence. If you are speaking or if you are reading a paragraph, you may be given a pitch change into a sentence, or if you are reading a sentence, you may be given the pitch variance to certain phrases. And it signals syntactic information and emotions. And through intonation, we can convey our emotion also, in which kind of emotion we are then. That is, if we are angry, if we are happy, if we are overwhelmed, every information or every emotion can be conveyed through intonation. And that is why we are using intonation while speaking English. Example, she is coming. She is coming is a statement. Okay. First sentence, she is coming is a statement, and that is a falling tone. And what is falling tone and what is rising tone, that we will discuss later. Now, as an example, she is coming is a sentence. It is a statement. And how we can speak this? How we can tell this word? This is a falling tone. That means our pitch will fall from high to low. That is, she is coming. Okay, that is, she is in a high pitch and coming is in a falling pitch. That is, she is coming. And what about she is coming? This is a question. If this is a question, that will be in a rising tone. Rising tone means we are rising our pitch at the end. She is coming. Okay, she is coming. Okay, so when we are speaking the same word, she is coming, we can be take it as a statement and we can be take it as a question. And how the other people realize what we are intent or what we are meant by this means this words or this sentence, whether it is statement or whether it is a question, how they can analyze? That is why we are using intonation. If you are speaking like this, she is coming, they can understand, yeah, he is or she is saying a statement. But if we are saying she is coming, they can analyze that, yes, she is asking a question. Okay, that is why we are giving intonation to our speech. And what is the next topic? Key terms in intonations. We have 4 terms to learn in the prospect of intonation. First one, tonality. Tonality means division of an utterance into tone group. For example, you can say that I know he is coming. Can you see means the sentence I know he is coming. Here, I know he is coming. Here we have 2 tone groups, I know and he is coming. That is tonality. This tone group is known as tonality. And second one is tonicity. Tonicity means the location of the tonic syllable in a tone group. So I want a new car. This is a I want a new car. This is a tone group. Okay, single tone group. And your focus is on the word car. Your focus is on the syllable car. So that is the tonicity of this sentence. And what is tone? Tone means pitch movement initiated on the tonic syllable. Okay, really, here you can see that really is a syllable, tonic syllable. That means the syllable you are meant to emphasize. So you will say really. Okay, really. Understand? That is tone. And what is tone group? Tone group means part of sentence over which a pitch pattern extends. Here the pitch pattern is extends. If you come, I will help you. Here are two tone groups. You can see, if you come, I will help you. Here your pitch pattern extends. Extend. It will go extend. Okay, so that is tone group. So tonality means division of an utterance into tone group. Tonicity means the location of a certain or a specific syllable, tonic syllable. And tone means the pitch movement initiated on a tonic syllable. It is in the case of a single syllable, tone. But in the case of tonicity, it is in a tone group, a certain syllable. Tone means what, pitch movement initiated on the tonic syllable. Okay, so that is the key terms you have to keep in mind while learning this. And yeah, structure of utterance. What is structure of utterance? Sentences can have several tone groups that we are already discussed in the previous slide, that in a particular sentence we will have several tone groups, and tone groups depend on sentence length and pause. It is depend on the length of a sentence. If a sentence is a very long sentence, we will have 2 or 3 tone group. If a sentence is a simple sentence, we may have 1 single tone group. Otherwise, in a case of complex, in a case of compound sentences, we will have 2 or more tone group. Okay, and pauses mark breath groups and sense unit. For example, I shall not come. Here you have only 1 tone group and 1 sense group. Okay, what is sense unit? Sense unit means the pauses where would you pause in a certain sentence. That is a sense group. Okay, so I shall not come. That is a single tone group and a 1 sense group. Another example, I can't go because I am busy. Here you can see there are 2 tone groups with a pause. I can go because I am busy. Okay, here are 2 tone groups. I can't go is a separate group and because I am busy is a separate group. And you can see a pause is there. Can you see a slash here? That is a pause. I can go because I am busy. You pause there. But in the case of this example, I shall not come, there is no pause. There is only 1 sense group. But in the case of this sentence, you have 2 tone groups. And I shall not come, you have a single tone group and a single sense group. Okay, got it. So that is a structure of utterance. What is the structure of a sentence? That is. And components of a tone group. So we have already discussed that in a sentence there will be a tone group. That means the group in which we are giving pitch variation. Okay, we will have pre-head, we will have head and body, nucleus and tail. And what are these things? What are these things? Why these things is given? Let's discuss it. Look at this example. You can see in the sentence, I am afraid I can help you. Look here, the pre-head is I am. I am means, the pre-head means the syllable before the first stressed or the first intonated phrase or word. In the case of I am afraid, I can help you, afraid is a stressed word, and before afraid there is a syllable am. So that is called pre-head. Head means afraid. Head means afraid. Afraid means that is the you can see here. Look at this. First accented syllable in a tone group. First accented. Here afraid is the first accented syllable. We are accenting afraid. It is the first accented syllable in the single sentence. I am afraid, I can help you. So pre-head means the syllable before the first accented syllable. Head means the first accented syllable, and body means what? Body means syllables between head and nucleus. We know that in this sentence, afraid. Look at this. Afraid is the head. Okay. And help is the nucleus. So I can't is the body. So body is lying in between head and nucleus. You got it? Body is lying in between. Yes. Body is lying in between head and nucleus. Got it? Then what is nucleus? Nucleus is the most prominent syllable. It is the tonic syllable. Help. Here look at this, help. Help is a prominent syllable here, help. So that is the nucleus. And tail means, what is tail? Look at here, syllable after the nucleus. You got it. So simply we can say that pre-head is the syllable before the first accented word. Head is the first accented word itself. Body means the phrase between or the word between the head and the head and the nucleus. Nucleus is the main part of the sentence. And what is you? You is, or the tail is, the syllable came after the nucleus. So this is the structure of the tonics means tone sentence. So how can you speak that I'm afraid, I can help you? So how can you speak I'm afraid, I can help you? Okay, so that is how you can speak this particular sentence. Okay. Yeah, let's erase this. Okay, then we have to learn what is rising tone and what is falling tone, etc. And what is rising tone? A rising tone means we will rise our pitch at the end of the sentence. Example, WH questions and incomplete utterances, polite requests. In this case, we will use what? The rising intonation. WH questions, incomplete utterances, polite requests. For example, look at are you ready? Are you ready is a question. Okay, that is a yes or no question. Okay, so how can you speak like that? Are you ready? Okay, so we are saying that are you ready? So our pitch raised. Okay, then WH question, why are you crying? Look at this, why are you crying? Our sound, our pitch raised. And incomplete utterances, that means we are not completing the sentence. That is, the water is warm and something more to say, but we are not saying. That is called incomplete utterances. The water is warm, something is to say the rest, but we are not saying. So in the case of such incomplete utterances, we will use rising tone. And polite requests. Won't you come in? Okay, look at this. Won't you come in? So we are rising our tone. What is rising tone? We are rising our pitch at the end of the sentence. Look at, are you ready? Why are you crying? The water is warm. Won't you come in? Okay, so this is what is called rising intonation. So let's move to the next falling intonation, what is the opposite of? Means falling intonation means the opposite of rising intonation. In the case of rising intonation, we rise our pitch at the end of a sentence, and in the case of falling tone, we will reduce the intonation, or we will reduce our pitch at the end of the sentence. And where we will use falling intonation? In a statement, commands, neutral double-edged question. In this case, we will use falling tone. For example, we have reached the city limits. This is a statement. We have reached the city limits, but this is not how we can pronounce, or this is a way how we can speak this word, sentence. This is in a falling tone. That is, we have reached the city limits. Okay. We have reached the city limits. That is, we reduce the pitch. And close the door. Close the door. That means we reduce the pitch. And where are you going? Where are you going? Okay, look at this. Where are you going? Our pitch reduced. So where will we use? Statements, commands, and neutral double-edged question. But we will use rising tone also in double-edged question, but that will be in a warm double-edged question. And in the case of neutral double-edged question, we will use falling tone. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so let's conclude the topic, that is, intonation is essential for meaning in spoken language. Okay, I already mentioned that a single sentence can be pronounced, a single sentence can be mean different things, maybe a statement, maybe a command, maybe a request, maybe a question. So how can you realize that that single sentence is mean this types of sentence? That is through pitch variation, that is through the intonation. Rising tone shows uncertainty, politeness, and continuation. Falling tone indicate finality, certainty, and completion. When we are saying a word in a complete sense, there's nothing more, that where we use falling tone. And understanding intonation improves communication skill. Okay. An example, that's we already discussed, that is rising tone, you are coming, that is uncertainty, that we are not sure that the other person is coming. We are not not that much sure about their accompanied with us. Okay, so we will ask them in an uncertainty, that will be in a rising tone. Rising tone means you're coming. How can you say? You're coming. Look at this, how our pitch is going. You're coming. Okay. But in the case of certainty, if you are very much sure that this person is coming with you, you can use falling tone. That is, you are coming. You are coming. That is, you are coming. That is, you are sure that he will come. You are coming. You're coming. That is a question. Okay, that's a doubtful, that's an uncertainty. That in the case of uncertainty, you will use rising tone, you are coming. And in the case of certainty, we will use falling tone, that is, you are coming. Okay, so I hope you got a little bit idea of what is intonation. Sorry. Okay, and hope you can, you don't have any doubt, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, so we can stop this class here. That is all about intonation, why we are using intonation, which are the different types of intonation, etc. Okay, so thank you so much. Hope you understand this. Bye, see you again.